This is our 2007 Coachman Freelander. As you can see, she is in pretty good shape for being a 2007. Nothing crazy going on. In this video, we'll just go around, do a walkthrough on it, look at all the features that it has, as well as any defects that shows, just to be upfront and honest about this RV. We got this one from auction, and so we don't know any of the previous records on it or anything like that, but we have gone through, tested everything, make sure everything works, does run and drive well. We were able to drive it 4 hours from where we got it, and it gave us no issues, but we'll start the tour on the inside. All right, this is the interior, very small, but also spacious with enough room to do everything on it. We'll start up here in the bed. This is probably a twin, maybe a little bit bigger than a twin size bed up here. And looking at it, there is previous water damage that happened up here. And so this front cap probably needs to be resealed because the wood was replaced underneath here, but it looks like it's still maybe coming through as it did just rain a little bit and it's still a little bit damp. And so you probably have to go through and do some resealing all along this cap on the top. And I'll show you the exterior of it as well when we go outside. On here, some of the lights need to be replaced, but not really a big deal. The upholstery is actually in pretty decent shape, like these driver seats are in good shape and everything. You do get an updated radio with it. It's got Bluetooth. I'm sure you could probably hook up a backup camera to it if you wanted to as well. And later on, I'll start this up for you so you can hear it running. Right now, I do have the generator going, and so everything's powered up, working fine there. You can see most of the lights working here. If it were me, I'd upgrade these to some LEDs. They're just better, put off better light than these ones over here. Over the little dinette area, pretty decent shape. Have a little bit of wear and tear there, just, you know, being an 07. Looks like this table is probably dropped on its edge on the side right there and glued back in. But otherwise, pretty great. I think you have 6 seat belts altogether. Maybe 5. I think maybe just 1 right there. 5 seat belts here, 2 there. So altogether you can fit, 7 people in here, which is pretty sweet. Walking on the floor is solid. There's definitely kind of a bump up right here when you're walking. So I'm not sure if it's just how it was made, but the floor is definitely solid. Like I can jump up and down. It doesn't feel squishy or anything when I jump on it. So I'm not too worried about that. Like I said, it could just be because this is how the chassis is made on this. Kitchen area, very simple, straightforward. Just got your normal sink there, 3-burner cooktop with your little stove, storage down in there. Like I said, the generator is running and you can barely hear it, which is kind of nice. Generator has, I'm not sure if you can see that, there we go, right under 400 hours on it. This is also like tank heater controls and everything that you'd get right in here, so you can hit your tanks there and see how much is in them and everything, and also like your Coach batteries, which we did put a brand new battery in this and in the RV itself as well. My brain is stopping on me. All right, so moving on back here to the bedroom area. Oh, microwave, more storage up top there, storage there. It does look like you can hook a TV up here. It would probably hook into this wall because all your controls are right there, but it looks like the people who had it never actually put the TV in. Here's your fridge. This does run off of gas and propane. Nothing too crazy going on there. There's your fuse panel down there. Lots of storage. You have a nice little curtain right here that you can shut for some privacy. Storage for days. Look, even comes with some free hangers. You're welcome. Here's all the weight on it. I'll show this to you. I'll throw these in. See if you can get like a screenshot of that or something. But there's all the weight and everything in case you wanted to check that out. And then this is just more of like the information on it. Some drawers down here, drawer down there. Cute little bathroom with a little tiny tub for dogs or small children on it. It does look like it probably had a curtain here at one point, but got ripped off because 20 years old. Nothing too crazy. You could just shut this and have your privacy. I mean, if you're all in here, you're all pooping, you're all family, it's okay. So yeah, nothing too crazy going on in there. There's the light for it there. Turn that on and off. Do get it a little outlet there. So really nice. Queen size bed, I'd probably say. Maybe camper queen along that. It's just like a foam mattress. So you could change that out if you wanted to. This one's just curved, so that way it doesn't stick out or anything. More lighting, and then obviously more storage up top there as well. And your thermostats are over there on it too for your heat, because this has a furnace in the bottom, and then your AC unit is right up here. We'll go ahead and crank this puppy on. Sorry, I'm doing this backwards. Let's flip around. Here we go. There we go. And we'll give it a sec to kind of just cool up, and we'll come back and check that again, but it does work great. No problems there. So we'll hop over here in the driver's seat. Nice thing about this RV is so small, you could just run the AC from up here and pretty much cool down the whole camper. Here's your controls and everything right in there. As you can see, no check engine lights, only 68,000 miles. These 6-liter motors are fantastic. We have one in a box truck that's got 275,000 miles on it. Still runs like a champ, and they're really easy to work on. Like I said, you got your radio over here. Turn that on for you. There it goes, slowly but surely. Cup holder, some more storage down in here. Storage in here as well. Got a couple 12 volts right there. Like I said, there's your radio. There you go. Climate controls are all up here. GM always has the nice the iciest, coldest AC. There's a word for you. Trailer control right there. Your emergency start is if like your RV battery is dead. You can use your house battery to actually start it. It does look like it has basic cruise control there as well. Here are your windows working. Alright, which is nice. Like I said, these seats are actually in really good shape, but that kind of does it for the cab. There we go, and that AC is blowing ice cold. Like, that's really nice, really nice. We'll go ahead and shut her down now. But yeah, that didn't take long for that to get cool at all. All right, we'll start here on the side and then kind of work our way around on it. It does have a manual awning on it, which appears to be in good shape. Nothing too crazy going on there. This little port here is for your propane tank. Sits down in there. I think it's like a 15 or a 20 gallon tank, somewhere right around there. This is your storage, so you'll have your spare tire right in there. This thing is absolutely massive. Like, you could have a whole nother bedroom back here, I feel like. I like that there's an access here, and then there's an access on the back for it as well. Makes it really nice and convenient. It does have a tow package on it. I think these are rated for 7,000 to 8,000 pounds right in there. So you could definitely pull ATVs behind them, stuff like that, no problem. It's gonna need a new ladder. It's just broken right here. Pretty straightforward. Paint's a little bit oxidized, but this could be polished out pretty easy. Overall, for almost 20 years, the graphics are in really good shape. These usually crack and fade really bad, like on this back one. You can kind of see how they're cracking and fading. Oh, I need my sunglasses on. It's bright out here, holy cow. But they're in really good shape on this side as well. And this side's actually, we scrubbed it down a little bit and it actually turned out nice and glossy on this side. This side is where you have access to your electricity. So right now this is actually plugged into the generator, but you'd pull this out if you want to go to a park and plug in there. Obviously water heater and furnace, all access there. Generator is right here. Here's your city water connection. And then this is just another little storage port that you can put like your work tools in or something if you needed to as well. Moving on to the front, this is where probably most of the damage is just on this overhang, which is pretty common on these ones, is where they tend to have the most issues on it. The front of it has good old GM paint, and so it's kind of oxidized and peeling on a couple different spots, which is, it's the year, honestly. GM still hasn't figured out their paint or anything. And as far as on the body, this is probably where the damage is the most. You can see that seal right there. Some water's gone into it and started to bow a little bit. And that's what I was showing you guys on the inside there. But otherwise, the rest of the body, fantastic shape. Nothing really going on. This could be easily fixed and repaired if you just, replace that little bit and then sealed it up correctly, or just honestly caulk and reseal it again properly. You'd be all good to go. Here's a look at the roof. Nothing too crazy going on. Caulking seems okay. It definitely could probably be resealed on it, but nothing too crazy. It is a big single piece, which is nice, so you don't have to worry about water getting in everywhere else. No major soft spots. So like I said, yeah, somebody's done it before, resealed it, but they could probably use it again. There's your antenna. Here's the top of the awning. You can see that's in good shape, and this is where they kind of wear out the most. It's where they're sitting forever. And then here's the top of that cap. that should about do it for the roof. Overall, everything looks pretty decent. That's kind of going to conclude the tour on this Coachman Freelander. If you have any more questions, feel free to give us a message, call, whatever you want to do. Hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for watching.